Hey, Warrior Saints. Glad to have you beautiful people with us as we continue our conversation from yesterday.
And holding that grudge then becomes something really difficult. It becomes a heavy burden that we just hold on to, something that we just keep grasping at, something that we just keep fighting. Not even fighting. Like, it's difficult to maintain and hold that grudge.
Yeah, totally.
Because it morphs your body. Like, you actually feel the weight of the monkey on your back.
Yeah, it's like a rock. Heavy burden. I often tell that story. I've used it in preaching, and we've talked about it. You know, if you are holding a grudge or fighting with someone and they with you, it's like you are running through the forest, fleeing from a predator, right? Like there's a monster that wants to get you, and you've got to get to the clearing at the edge of the forest to find safety. And as you run, you and this other person are carrying a fallen tree.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's hampering your fleeing from the monster. It's holding you down. It's a heavy burden. And the only way to escape the monster is to decide at some point I've got to put at least my end of the tree down, right?
Yep.
So that I can continue to run and find safety. And I think that's what holding grudges, like, who are we kidding in the first place, right? When you hold a grudge. Well, let's before I want to get back to that. Don't let me lose that. Who are we kidding in the first place? I have a line there, but really, Christ doesn't give us any freedom to hold grudges.
Right.
He doesn't allow it, right? And he says it's interesting the perspective from which he comes at it. He does not. So in Matthew chapter 5, which we call the Sermon on the Mount, he is saying that if you are coming to bring your gift to the altar, right? If you are coming to offer to God, right? And there you realize that your brother has something against you, leave your gift, go be restored, and then come make your offering. And for, like particularly like high liturgical Christians, I mean, that's morphing into receiving Holy Communion. So for us as Orthodox, the Roman Catholics probably the same, and high liturgical Protestant churches. Like, hey man, don't come to take communion, right? If you've got a dispute with the brother, go fix it. And then you can come. However, notice that he says, if you have something against your brother, no, that's not what he says. You're not allowed to have something against your brother. If your brother has something against you, go fix that. So he's not going to let you hold a grudge, nor is he going to let someone else hold a grudge. Go fix it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you need to be besties.
Yeah.
But you need to go fix it.
Yeah, you can't hold on to that anger. You can't just allow yourself, right? And I mean, it's really what it is. It's allowing yourself to do these things. And in the Psalms, I mean, it says very clearly that doing that only leads to evil. It says, refrain from anger, forsake wrath, fret not yourself. It tends only to evil. If we're playing with these games of grudges and constantly walking around being annoyed, looking at someone as they're coming up to you because, there's someone that maybe has been persistent in the past, has been annoying to you in the past, then you go down that rabbit hole. And like you said, it's a heavy weight that we then are carrying with us.
Yeah.
And you said you wanted to go back to that thought. I'd love to hear what you have to say.
Okay, so Christ puts it in perspective. No grudges. You don't get them, and you can't let someone else have them. Because who are we kidding in the first place? Is anything really of such great importance, namely my ego, to preserve my ego, that I need to be holding grudges, right? Like, does any situation really matter that much?
Right.
We give it import. We say it matters, but I'm asking the question, and I often, really like almost daily, I ask myself, does this matter as much as I think it matters? Because my ego is bruised, or someone like stung me with a stinging remark that I'm like, oh, because then the next part of that is I want to get them back, right? So, but before we even go into that rabbit hole, like, do we not have to ask ourselves, how much does it really matter? Am I giving more importance to something than it deserves?
Yeah. I mean, we're often giving more importance to things than they deserve. We're often taking ourselves so seriously that we're so worried about what other people are doing to me. And then because of that, because they did something to me and I'm special and my bottom doesn't smell, we think that means that, like, we then have to go after the other person. We then have to go back after them and get them back. We have to not only hold on, well, they're angry with us. So then I'm, instead of going and off and making peace with them the way that we're called to do in the Sermon on the Mount, I'm instead going to go after them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get them back, and I'm going to show them who's in charge. I'm going to show them what's what. And
Hey, Warrior Saints, thank you so much for being with us. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and share. It helps us get the word out there. And if you want more, visit us at warriorsaints.org and subscribe to Understanding the Bible. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.